Hey everyone, last time on the channel I reviewed the BigBoi xtractor mini and decided to test how it removed coffee from my wife's carpet, and let's just say the results were less than desirable. However, the BigBoi xtractor mini is designed for car carpet. The only reason why I did it is because it was raining heavily outside. However, recently the weather's cleared up around here, so today I decided to give the BigBoi another review, this time detailing a car. As you can see, there's not a cloud in the sky. Well, there's one, but let's get straight into it. But first, a quick background. BigBoi Car Care is an Australian car detailing brand founded in 2016 in Australia. They have a solid reputation in the Australian car detailing industry and are known for making both reliable and dependable, both commercial and industrial strength car detailing products and equipment. One of their slogans is made for detailers by detailers, or made for detailer by detailers. So today is the second part of a two-part review involving the BigBoi xtractor mini. Before we begin, here's some specifications about the machine. Struggled to say that, too many syllables. The BigBoi xtractor mini is equipped with a 5-meter power cord, cable management system, push-button spray trigger, carry handle, easy on-off dial, 1.3 litre water and dirt tanks. However, I'd like to get back to that. 500 watt motor, 1.8 meter extraction hose, 16 kPa suction, and it is designed in Australia. I'd also like to get back to that later in the video. For today's video, two customers have graciously let me use their cars to film and record this review. One is a Mazda CX9. The second car is a Hyundai van. Damn, I speak English like it's my fourth language, eh? Not that there's anything wrong with that. So let's get into it. Now, for the first part of the video, I'm just doing the passenger side of the Mazda CX9. Now, for those of you who watched the first video, you know that I didn't use any cleaning products in the BigBoi xtractor. Now, for this first part, I'm just cleaning the passenger side, and I decided not to use any cleaning products but warm water only. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because, number one, BigBoi haven't provided you with any cleaning products in the BigBoi xtractor kit. And also, I'd like to see how the BigBoi xtractor performs without any cleaning products in just the passenger side by itself. Now, something I've noticed about the BigBoi xtractor mini is that the suction power seems to be lacking. I mean, the more and more passes I make over the carpet, there seems to be more and more water build up, more moisture build up in the carpet. It also really seems to be struggling to lift that dirt and grime. No matter how much I spray, no matter how hard I scrub, no matter how many passes I make over it, it doesn't seem to be able to lift that dirt out of the carpet. Now, I was continuing to make multiple passes on the carpet when suddenly I encountered a problem. The machine stopped working, and I found out why. Now, as you can see here, this isn't exactly full, but like you'll see in the video, it still stopped working. Now, to be fair, the BigBoi did remove a fair bit of dirt from the carpet. However, there was a lot of dirt remaining, and there was a lot of moisture on the carpet. Now, after running the extractor over the carpet a total of about 150 million times, I decided to break out a vacuum with an extractor nozzle to show you how much water and moisture was left on the carpets. Now, I've done car detailing for a long time, and I'll tell you now, there's probably not an extractor on this planet that can 100% remove all moisture or water from a car carpet or upholstery. Usually after using any extractor, you have to go over it with a microfiber cloth and give it a quick vacuum. But the fact is, this is not a very powerful vacuum I'm using right now, and look how much water and dirt it's pulling from the carpet. Okay, so the front passenger seat carpet's been done, now let's move on to the back. Now you're probably wondering, why aren't I spraying any cleaner on the carpet and agitating with a drill brush, really trying to work the fibers and get all that dirt out? And that's for one simple reason. If you use any other chemical but BigBoi upholstery and carpet cleaning formula, you will void your warranty. Now, this isn't exclusive to BigBoi. Many extractors like Bissell Spot Clean explicitly state that if you use any other chemical but the one provided, you will void your warranty. Same goes for the BigBoi Extractor Mini. Well, except they don't provide any in the box when you buy it. You have to buy it separately. Cheap. So the nozzle on the BigBoi is 4 inches long. And I think all the men out there can agree 4 inches is massive. In fact, 4 inches is huge. If someone has a problem with you dragging 4 inches across their carpet, maybe it's not the nozzle's fault. Maybe it's the carpet that's the issue. But it does make it hard to get into the little nooks and crannies, as you can see here. That's another problem I got with the BigBoi Extractor Mini. It comes with one attachment. There are other extractors out there that come with like 8, 9, 10, 11 attachments. And that's not an exaggeration either. I mean, they could have thrown in at least 2 different nozzle sizes, Now, the BigBoi stopped working again because it was full. And as you can see here, the clean water tank is leaking. Now, I've heard many reviews online complaining about the leaking water tank. To be fair, mine didn't leak until at least 7 months into ownership, but still, that's pretty... Yeah, it's not good design by BigBoi there. Now, the back is pretty much going the same as the front was going. It's not really sucking up a lot of dirt, even though the back isn't really dirty, but the amount of moisture left, as you can see here, is just unreal. I mean, there's so much moisture left here, it's unreal. As you can probably tell, the BigBoi didn't do a very good job of cleaning the carpet. However, we didn't use any cleaning chemical in this test, but in the upcoming test we will be using cleaning chemical, so please stick around to see how that turns out. Wow, that's a lot of water left behind. And this isn't even a top of the line vacuum, I suppose this is what I call mid-range. Okay, so the results of the BigBoi Extractor Mini on the CX9 were poor to say the least. But like I said, we didn't use cleaning chemical. So I quickly finished detailing this car, then I filled up the BigBoi Extractor Mini with some cleaning chemical, and then we hit the Hyundai van. Now, before I show you the footage of the van, I'd like to point out that I paid exactly $290 Australian for this machine, or 188 American dollars, or 141 British pounds. Now that's a lot of money. Now, in the beginning of the video, I said I'd come back to the point that this machine was designed in Australia. Now, a lot of people like to buy Australian-owned things because they believe they're supporting Australian jobs. However, although this machine was designed in Australia, it was actually made in China. Now, I got no issue with this. It's just that when a lot of people buy stuff from Australian-owned companies, they buy it because they believe they're supporting Australian jobs. So, even though the company is Australian-owned, the manufacturing takes place overseas. So you may be supporting marketing, research, development jobs in Australia, but you're not supporting the actual manufacturing jobs that go into making the machine. And I think that you should know that. Quite personally, I don't mind if it's made overseas. As a detailer, like in a businessman, I only have 2 questions. Number 1, does it work? Number 2, how much does it cost? But I thought you just might like to know that that's a bit of, I wouldn't say deceitful because a lot of companies do it, but if you're going to launch yourself as, Australian-owned detailing brand, at least make the products here, guys. Now, I'd like to apologise for the poor recording quality of the CX9. I was finding it quite hard to hold the phone in my left hand and pull a hose in the right hand, which, like I said in the last video, before I met my wife, was my favourite hobby. But thankfully for this video, my friend was able to give me a hand, so I hope the quality is a bit better. Now for this test here, we're actually using product in the BigBoi mini extractor. We're using the designated cleaner provided by BigBoi. Well, it's not provided, it's made by BigBoi. In part 1 of my review on the BigBoi mini extractor, I didn't use any cleaner because it was in the shed and it was raining heavily, which is kind of ironic because the night before this video I went out to retrieve it and it ended up raining anyway. Now, as you'll observe in this video, the cleaner made a mild difference to cleaning the area. Like, there's still plenty of water left over from the extractor and that, but if you notice, the water's not as dirty as it was in the CX9 where I didn't use cleaner. But even still, there's still a lot of moisture left over. And to be fair, the van carpet wasn't as dirty as the CX9 carpet, but the real letdown for the BigBoi is the suction power. I mean, look how much water is coming off. I mean, it's unreal how much water the extractor leaves behind. It's just ridiculous. Now, at the beginning of the video, I mentioned that they said on the website that the BigBoi Extractor Mini has 1.3 litre water and dirt tanks, as seen here. See, right there. Anyway, me being me, decided to measure the water tanks both separately. Now, it does have a 1.3 litre clear water tank, or clean water tank. However, the dirt water tank is only 550 mils. Now, I'm not sure if that's a typo, or if that's just clever marketing by BigBoi, or that's just being, shifty. Now, as I said, I did use chemical in the BigBoi extractor this time, and it made a little bit of difference. Now, I will be making a separate video later down the line on the BigBoi extractor carpet shampoo, but I'll still tell you a few things I do like and don't like about the BigBoi carpet cleaner product. Number 1, this is a small one, but the Australian flag on the bottle looks like the American flag. Like, come on. How hard would it be to put a sticker like this, like a little sticker just like that in the corner? Not hard at all. I do like the size of the bottle and how much you get for the price. I also like that the instructions are clear and easy to understand, even a donut like me can understand them. Now, when you open the bottle, it doesn't come with a safety seal. Now, anyone who has kids knows that's very dangerous. Also, the nozzle or tip or hole, whatever you want to call it, of the bottle is only 1 inch wide. Now, that is a problem because the BigBoi Extractor Mini doesn't have an easy fill system. In fact, I think the hole is less than 1 inch wide that you have to pour it into. Now, just look at this example I did using a bottle of water. Now, I'm pretty good at getting a small object in a small hole. I do that every night. But just like every night, there's spillage and leakage, and sticky stuff ends up on the floor and my wife's not happy. No, but in all seriousness, it kind of that BigBoi didn't include a funnel, like the one I'm using here, to at least assist the customer in filling up the BigBoi. I mean, come on guys, this is your customer base, and you're basically giving them nothing to work with. I mean, you don't give them any spray triggers with the bottle, you don't give them any product in the box. I mean, you're really not doing yourselves any favours, guys. I mean, the competition out there is fierce for these sort of things, and you are just fallen behind. I mean, I've bought 4 Karcher steam cleaners in my life. In fact, I'm about to buy a 5th one and upgrade. And every single Karcher steam cleaner I bought come with a whole bunch of accessories, but every single one I remember come with a measuring cup and like a jug, like a cup with a lip that made it easier to fill the steam cleaner. And not one steam cleaner was ever hard to fill. I mean, trying to put the cleaner in the BigBoi extractor without a funnel is borderline impossible. And that's the thing, you're assuming your customers have funnels. I mean, get it together guys, this is just... And the suction power is below average. I mean, these aren't even top-notch vacuums I'm using here, and they're putting your extractor to shame. Now, on the back of the cleaner, it states that you can agitate the area with a brush or drill brush. So, in the interest of fairness, I decided that I was going to spray some of this chemical onto the carpet, and then agitate it, using this. Yeah, I'm going to be using the drill brush with 2 different attachments. I think it just works better than scrubbing by hand in a lot of ways. Now, we've already done a test using just water in the extractor, we've done a test using water and cleaning product in the extractor. So this one I really wanted to layer up the carpet with the extractor cleaner by itself, scrub it, and then add the extractor cleaner to the extractor. Now on the back of the BigBoi extractor cleaning product, it says to get the best result, ensure you dry the area completely. It says you can use any of the BigBoi blower range to aid in the drying process. Now I'm not sure if that's clever marketing by BigBoi and a way to get you to buy one of their other pieces of equipment, but I really don't like the suction power on this extractor. In fact, I think it's quite pathetic. That's the only way to put it. But I wonder if that's BigBoi's, marketing scheme to say, oh yeah, it's going to leave water on the carpet. Why don't you use one of our blowers? Purchase one of our blowers and, it'll help clean the carpet for you. Now, that's just my opinion. It might not be the case, but yeah, I think that's sneaky marketing. Now, that's not to say I don't like BigBoi products. In fact, I do like their blowers or air dryers, whatever you call them. In fact, I'll be doing a review on the BigBoi Buddy Junior drying system soon, and their BigBoi BigBoi Blower Mini. Anyway, I do like their blowers, and you should see a few of their reviews on the channel coming soon. I did notice a fair bit of difference using a drill brush and spraying the product directly on the carpet. In fact, I noticed a fair bit of difference. It seemed to really lift the dirt off more, but unfortunately, like I said, the suction power really let it down. I mean, it really struggled. Like, look how much water's coming up using just a mid-range vacuum. Actually, I shouldn't call this a mid-range vacuum. In fact, I like this vacuum a lot. I'll be having a review on this vacuum later on my channel. But I suppose you could call this a commercial grade vacuum. And for those of you who don't know, I'm not going to assume you know what it means, but a commercial vacuum's built for like medium to light duty cleaning, whereas an industrial vacuum's built for like really heavy duty stuff like construction sites and stuff like that. But I suppose you would call this a commercial grade vacuum. Now, while I was astounded about how much moisture was left behind by the BigBoi extractor, there were more pressing issues at hand, like, what was my cameraman doing? Seriously, what is this? Dan, you alright? Now, as you can see, the BigBoi extractor really failed to make a dent in this carpet or the CX9. There was just too much water left behind and so much dirt left. Like, I mean, look how much is just getting pulled up here like it's nothing. Now, Please stay around to the end of the video. I'm going to give the BigBoi Extractor Mini a ranking. And yeah, check it out. I'm going to be doing that with products I review. I'm going to put them on like a little ladder on leaderboard. And at the end of the year, we'll see who comes the best out of each category. Okay, the last part of the review is the grading. Each extractor has 15 categories with a potential to get 10 stars in each category. First up we have durability. I gave it 5 stars, which I think is fair because it started to leak a couple of months ago. Like I said, I think it was about 7 months in that it started to leak. So that's about 5 months ago, that it started to leak. Now BigBoi are known for their durable products, trust me guys, they make very durable products, but the fact is, the extractor is not one of them, so I gave 5 stars. Price, I gave it 3 stars for a few reasons. Number one, $290 is a lot of money to pay for any extractor, and the fact that it is far below average on suction and other properties, it just proves that it's just overpriced, way overpriced. Now I looked around online to get the average price of the BigBoi Extractor Pro. The average price of the BigBoi Extractor Pro is $264.40 Australian dollars, or $170 USD, or 128 pounds. Now that is a lot of money in anyone's book. Now for design, I gave 5 stars. In the beginning of the first video I said I like the design, and I do. It's very compact, it's quite solid, and it fits very easily in your shed or underneath the sink or anywhere you want to put it, even in the boot of your car if you've got to travel to a job. But the filling system is not the best. I forgot to mention that. The filling system is not good. It's got these tiny little holes. They'd be less than an inch in diameter, and that just makes it really difficult to fill it up with either water or chemical. The next category is cable length. I gave that 9 out of 10 stars. Now, 5 meter cable length, you won't really find longer cables than that on an extractor, and that actually makes it a lot easier to move around the car. Even though it's got a short hose length, it actually makes it a lot easier to maneuver around the car with the extractor. Hose length, we know that's not important. It's not the size of the hose, it's what you can do with it. But I gave that 7 stars. 1.8 meters is not very long, but at the same time, it's not short. I've seen extractor hoses as little as 50 centimeters, literally. And I've seen some, they're 1.2 meters. 1.8 meters is not a bad length at all. So I gave that 7 stars. Attachments, we got 3 stars there. I think I'm pretty generous with that rating actually, because you only get the one nozzle, and that's it. Like a lot of other extractors come with crevice nozzles, bigger nozzles, smaller nozzles, nozzles to get in the little nooks and crannies. Now, you only get one nozzle with the BigBoi, and I think that's pretty poor. Suction power, 4 stars. Now, I think that's being very generous. The suction power on this machine is atrocious. Maybe it's just the one I bought, but it really lets the BigBoi extractor down, the suction power. Like the carpets were saturated, as you could see when I ran the vacuum over. Ease of use, gave that 10 out of 10 stars. It's just plug in and go. It really is an easy machine to use. I mean, if a spanner head like me can learn to use it, you can learn to use it too. In fact, I'd probably even give that an extra star, 11 out of 10. It really is an easy extractor to learn how to use. Noise, I gave 7 out of 10. Like, it is a loud machine, but it's not deafening, and I really don't mind how loud it is. Like, if you're working outdoors, what do you expect? I mean, vacuum cleaners are 10 times louder than this thing. However, it is quite loud for its size, but 7 out of 10 I think is a fair rating there. Clean water tank, I gave 8 out of 10 stars, 1.3 litres. I mean, that's a lot of water to use, and you don't really need to fill it up much. I think I filled it up twice out of both the cars. Now, that is a lot of water to store in a tank, and I actually gave that out of 10 stars. It could be a bit bigger, but that's fair enough. Dirt water tank, I gave 5 out of 10 stars. Now, like I said, on the website, it says 1.3 litre water and dirt tanks. Well, that's a lie, because it's 1.3 litre clean water tanks. It's only 550 mils dirt tanks. So they only got 5 out of 10 stars there. I think that's very clever marketing from BigBoi, or sneaky marketing, whatever you want to call it. Warranty, I gave 2 stars. Now, with the warranty, I give a star for every 3 months warranty. You've only got a 6 months warranty with this machine. Now, that to me says you don't have faith in your machine. 6 months warranty is nothing. Like, it really isn't. Now we got the Mankey factor. Now I kind of stole this, the show The X Factor. They say, what have you got the X Factor that makes you, unique? Now, some products have an X factor that sets them apart from the rest of the competition, but this machine doesn't have it. It's got nothing. It's just got one nozzle, two tanks. Every extractor has that, so it's got 0 stars there. Weight, I got 5 stars because it is 5 kilos. Now, it's not too light, but it's not too heavy at the same time. I mean, 5 kilos, if you can't lift 5 kilos, you shouldn't be detailing a car. Versatility, I gave that a 3 out of 10 stars, and I think that's being very generous. Again, I mean, it's a carpet extractor, but that's it. It's got no extra nozzles, no attachments. It's got a 4-inch nozzle, and it's got clean water and dirt water tanks. It's got no steam, like nothing extra to it. It's just not a very versatile machine. It cleans the carpet, that's it. Now, out of a possible score of 150, the BigBoi Extractor Mini comes in at 75 out of 150, so that's smack bang in the middle. Now, it comes down to the last category. The reason why I'm doing this channel is so for would-be car detailers or people who might want to get into the industry, or you might be just looking at a Christmas present for a partner or a friend, would I buy this machine? Well, I already did, but would I buy it again? And the answer is a firm no. No, I would not buy this product again. Now, would I recommend this for professional detailers? No, definitely not. Would I recommend this for car enthusiasts? No, I wouldn't. Would I recommend this for, say, Mrs. Finch down the street who wants to buy a present for her husband? Like, he might have a car and just wants to get it clean for the weekend because they're going to a special event? No, I wouldn't. Like, I would not recommend this product to pretty much anyone. Now, if someone come up to me and said, hey, guess what? I just bought the BigBoi Extractor Mini. I'm not going to say take it back, get your money back. But for the same price you'd pay for the Extractor Mini, you could buy any one of the vacuums I'm going to show you here. These are wet and dry vacuums. Plus, you could buy an extractor attachment from Temu or Amazon, or even some local detailing companies supply them for the same price. In fact, for the same price as the BigBoi Extractor Mini, you could purchase the second most expensive vacuum I showed you then, plus an extractor attachment like one of these, and you could also buy a gallon of P&S carpet bomber. I mean, there's so many better options than this extractor. I'm sorry, like I said, BigBoi make good equipment, but this is just probably their worst rated one. I really don't like this extractor. Alright everyone, that's a wrap. Thanks so much for watching the videos. Thanks so much for checking out this review. If you like my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a video. If there's any products you want me to review, write it in the comment section below. Like I said, I got 2 sheds full of equipment and products, man. You'd be surprised how much stuff I have. Anyway, thanks for checking out the channel. Have a good day. Mankey out.